Hello. Yes, we are live. Welcome to the Solo Cruise Show. I can't tell you how happy I am to be back. Everyone, say hi.
Hi.
I've got to introduce the team while people are popping in. Hopefully, some people will pop in and say hello. So, first of all, in order, in lineup, I'm going to say hi to Chili.
Hi, Pete. Hi,
Chili.
everybody from Cruises for Solos.
You're in West Virginia, yeah?
Virginia, no West Virginia.
You're not
that's
in the
the part
West,
we
huh?
didn't want.
Okay. Hi, Fraser.
Hello, everyone. I'm coming live from the middle of England. My accent maybe doesn't suggest that. Originally from Glasgow, up near Allison, but now coming to an hour outside London.
Sorry.
And that wasn't me.
Allison is barking at you, Fraser.
I love about our shows. We don't plan anything.
We got about a minute in there before it went totally off.
Sorry, everyone. That's my dog.
We're going to talk about that in a second. Also, from Florida, what a wonderful place to live, to cruise. We have Justin, who's Mr. Bucket List. Hi, Justin.
Hey, Pete. I'm Mr. Bucket List. I'm here in Tampa, Florida. I'm originally from North Carolina. I'm glad to be here.
And we have Alison, cruising with Alison in Scotland with her four-legged friend. Yeah. Hi, Alison.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm up here in Glasgow with Archie, four-legged friend, making a noise, making his entrance. So, hi, welcome, everyone.
Can we see him, Alison?
He's settled at Ray's. He's at my feet at the moment.
Probably in the dog.
He'll probably make an appearance about here very shortly.
The funny thing, y'all, I got to tell you the story now, Allison, especially. Archie starts barking at Fraser. My two cats, most of y'all that know me, have known me for a while, know that my studio is in my bedroom.
Yeah.
So right through the desk over here is my bed. My two cats were stretched out on the bed. Archie starts barking. They took off out of here like a bat out of hell. I might not see them for a week now.
That normally happens when I start talking, basically. I want to say hello to everybody watching. That is really important. Now, please, we're going to do this the first Sunday of every month, live, 8 p.m. UK, 3 p.m. Eastern, yeah? If you have any questions about solo cruising, please ask the team, yeah? Any questions, we will do our very best to answer them, won't we, gang?
Mm-hmm. All right, and I have a comment. We do have in the hello to Daniel, hello to Jennifer. I see you guys in the chat room. Also, there is a Facebook user. If you're listening to this on Facebook, if you can put your name with any comments, because our StreamYard that we use, we can't tell who you are unless you identify yourself in some way.
Oh, hi, Jenny.
So that just, that's Jenny.
Jenny.
Says hi to Allison. Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Yes, that's all we know. So if you have any questions about solo cruising, please ask us. We will do our very, very best to answer them. And we're going to get the team to share their advice as well, because the whole gang, everyone has their own particular channels as well, where there's so many videos out there. There's so much advice the gang can give. So please ask them, because I have to tell you, there's going to be hopefully some incredible news that we're going to announce in the next few days about doing some escorted cruises, some group cruises in 2023. 2023 could be an amazing year for solo cruisers. It really could, where we finally get some great deals to go on these amazing ships and some of these itineraries we could not normally do. I was hoping to announce it today. I can't, but we will announce it in the next few days. So please keep an eye out. And because of what's happening in the cruise climate, gang, as you know, it's very difficult out there for a lot of people with things, and cruise lines are struggling to get people on board. And so the solo cruiser has become more important, haven't they?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm finding now as I'm looking, because I've started looking for bargains, folks. I have. Most of you that have followed me know that because of my health issues, I was not allowed to cruise until the end of January this year was the first time that any cruise line would let an oxygen user on board. And so once they let me loose, I have been on 11 cruises this year. I'm getting ready to go on 2 more here in the next, I'll leave 2 weeks from today on one.
Now, the one you're going on, Chili, what are you going on? And you got a pretty good deal, didn't you?
Well, that's on the second one. The first one's on Norwegian Sky, which I'm going with one of my regular guys who we call him Hot Air Tom. But Hot Air Tom and his wife Cindy, I'm going on a cruise actually with them.
Great.
But then, because I have several cruises that I booked a little bit heavier price-wise than I like to do, I've been looking for bargains. And I had about 10 days ago, maybe two weeks ago, I had a bargain dumped in my lap. I'm actually going on Symphony of the Seas, and I'm going to make a profit on it. They're giving me a onboard credit, and it's more than I paid for the cruise.
Wow, that's incredible.
So there are some, yeah, I mean, you have to shop hard for them, but there are some bargains out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely agree, and it's definitely worth searching for things, because they're not going to be on every cruise line. They're not going to be on every itinerary, but they certainly are there. But you really have to kind of grab them when they come up as well, because there's so many solos out there that they do get grabbed quickly. So yeah, you have to act on them, but they are definitely out there.
They really are out there. Yeah, I'm going to go through some of these actually. Mike, hi Mike. I cruise with Mike. Mike is the amazing cocktail maker. Yeah.
We spoke to him when I was on the Fjords cruise, and you were in, was it Tallinn, Pete, or somewhere?
Yes, we were.
On
Ambassador, the brand new cruise line, the British cruise
I was on
line.
Virtuosa.
On the ambience, you know, and Mike invented this cocktail to celebrate the solo cruising community, and they put on a great big show. Ambassador did, and it was a load of sailors turned up there, and Mike was the star of the show, and he had 2 others who were part of the crew did their cocktails as well, and Mike did his special cocktail. It was just incredible. So Mike was one of the wonderful cruisers I got to cruise with. And one of the tips I would say is this cruise line put the solos together for dinner. So that was a big thing. I'll just go through the comments quickly. Then I'm going to go through the gang, basically, and talk about everything. So Mike has said, hi, everybody. Hi, Mike.
Good hi, Mike.
Hi.
Yeah, and that's again, another Mike. We have the wonderful Nikki. Hey.
Hey, Nikki. Nikki and Roger.
Nikki.
Fantastic. And here we have, hi, I'm Claire. I've just booked my first cruise next January, flying from Gatwick to Dubai. Claire, when are you flying?
Is that the one you're on, Pete?
I'm on the 27th on that. That's the brand new MSC World Europa. Got an amazing deal with Passion for Cruises, and there's a gang of us on it. There's a whole group of us that cruised before. And they're on it. Plus, there's another. I think it's 50 of us. So, Claire, let us know which date you're on, because I might be on that particular ship with you. And
Claire's asking when the flight times will be out. I guess that'll be nearer the time, Pete.
Yes.
Have you got your flight times yet?
The flights are leaving late from all the airports, because they're flying from all around the UK. They're leaving around about 10, 11 to 12 at night. I know that much. And so we're being met and taken straight to the ship. And then we're going back. We've got early flights, so we get taken to the ship early in the morning. So I know that one, yeah. So let us know, Claire. I might be on it with you and the rest of the gang as well. Hi, I'm hi from sunny Southport. Again, Facebook user. If you click on everything on the top of your allow Facebook to see you, StreamYard to see your Facebook, we can see who you are. So I can't see who you are on that one. Again, Facebook user.
Now, wait a minute. What did you say about clicking? I don't even know about that rule.
Yeah, what it is, above the video on Facebook, you can say allow StreamYard to show who you are. And that means
on
it shows
StreamYard.
then it shows your profile so we can see who everybody is. Hey, Daniel.
There was someone saying they're on the 7th ceiling.
Yeah.
Right, on the 7th for Passion. I look forward to hearing about how it goes because we're going to learn loads on that one. Right, we'll go back to the questions in a minute because I want to go through the gang. Justin's back, which is fantastic. Now, folks, again, please subscribe to everybody here has their own sort of Facebook and YouTube channels, and there's so much amazing advice for solos and other things on there. So I'm just going to go through that with everybody. I'm going to start off with the wonderful Alison because she's got to disappear soon to a station to pick somebody up.
Yeah.
It's actually Cruise In with Alison.
Yeah.
For some reason, it looks like Cruise Out with Alison. Yeah.
Is that Alison's bathtub?
Yeah. Oh, I wish, Chili. I wish that was one of the amazing pools on the P&O Iona that I sailed on last year, and I met Jenny. I know Jenny's watching us just now, so I met Jenny on that, and I cruised with Jenny up to the fjords recently as well. So yeah, that was on board the Iona.
That's a Facebook page.
That's my Facebook page. Yeah. Yeah,
because you got a YouTube as well. You post lots of your videos, lots of your photographs on there, and everybody can talk to you on there as well. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
yeah. And we have the Travels with Lizzie Lou. She is at a party. She was going to be here. I'm hoping she's going to pop in. Probably the worse for wear if she does. But
I'm thinking Lizzie Lou is imbibing with some adult beverages.
Yeah,
yeah.
She's going to pop in. And boy, are we going to give her pure, you know what?
We are. But if you check out, again, there's great solo cruising advice that Lizzie has and videos that she's made, which can really help, if you haven't cruised solo before.
Lizzie has some great videos.
Amazing videos, yeah. And here we have the wonderful Chili Cruises. Now, Chili, you basically... You were on the New York Times,
weren't you? Star.
Tell us about
it. I've been in the New York Times 3 times in about 4 months. They started interviewing me back in December, I think. I had a reporter that started interviewing me. She ended up coming here. I do a daily news show. 5 days a week or more. And she came here to Lynchburg, Virginia, where I live, was in-house here in my studio for a show. She take me on that. Then she went on a cruise with me. So I spent a cruise. That was my first cruise on Freedom of the Seas. I spent 4 days with her walking around with a microphone stuck up my, you know what.
Amazing.
And then she put together this phenomenal piece, which they did first as just a standalone audio piece. Then the New York Times started a brand new podcast, and I was like the 4th or 5th show on the new podcast. So I was on it then a couple months ago. Well, a brand new podcast doesn't have a whole lot of listeners. Friday, and I didn't even know about it until Friday morning, I was on The Daily, which is their New York Times flagship podcast with 1.6 million average listeners.
Amazing.
So since Friday, my channel has gone bonkers. I've had like 200 new subscribers. I had 4,700 unique views on everything. My show from Thursday, where I might normally have, 80 or 90 viewers, had 400 viewers.
Wow, that's
the
amazing.
Cruise Amigo show, all of a sudden, after Now, this was Friday morning, so that's the day after the Cruz Amigos had 333 new viewers.
And can I just say to everybody watching, yeah, Chile does a regular show. So if you want to hear the latest news about what's happening in the cruising world, that's a really great place to go to. If you go to Chile's channel, he has regular shows. What time are your shows, Chile?
My show's at 11 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, which is 4 p.m. BST. So I do both sides of the pond, folks. If you're on Pete and Allison and Fraser's side of the pond, that's okay. I get up at my 4 a.m. and start researching what's been going on in Europe.
Yeah. So
I did a story this morning about China, for heaven's sakes.
You're so up to date, Chile, with your daily shows. It's incredible.
Oh, thank you.
And also from Scotland, I'm so proud. We have Fraser, who is the solo traveller. I'm not sure how you say that. Not .uk. It's lower. What do you call that, Fraser?
I guess it would be. I always go with an underscore, but every time I say that, people always say, "Oh, hang on, what is an underscore, and how do I type that?" But
if you want solo cruising advice and watch videos that Fraser is making, again, check out his channel, because we want to. There's so much advice out there for solo cruisers, and that's what we're trying to do. We've got a whole gang together, and we're trying to help. We're going to go to the questions in a minute as well, just to go through everything. So there's great advice out there, and we're so proud. What a great name, Mr. Bucket List. How good is that? Yeah, Justin.
Brilliant name.
Thank you. Nice to be here. As you all, I think some of you all may know my channel, but I love cruising as well. I love solo cruising, but I love to make documentaries. It takes a while, but it's so much fun to do, because it's like I can tell a story and also give a realistic opinion as far as how things are going to go. And so, I'm happy to be a part of this group. I'm happy to Pete and Chile and everyone just found me. It's really good to be a part of. So I'm happy to be here.
We're putting a team together to help the solo cruising community. That's what it's about. So please check out everyone's channels. We're not trying to self-publicize. There's great info out there. Justin, the videos that you do are just amazing. They really are,
Thank you.
And there's so much you can learn from your videos. So again, please check out Justin's channel. I will give this one a go, but it's my YouTube channel, Cruising Tips Pete. All I would say is Chile's got me right. I don't know what I'm doing really well.
Just the best.
Right. Yeah.
He's the best at that.
Yeah.
About right, isn't it? It is. Right, let's see if we got anybody who's going to say hello. Let's check. Ahoy.
We're down to
Hi,
Katie. Daniel and Katie.
You can check Daniel's channel. Yeah, we got Katie.
Hey, Katie.
Hi, Katie.
Katie over in Florida.
She is. What a wonderful place. A neighbour of yours, Justin, and watch out, Silent Ships, man. Watch out, Daniel. Daniel's YouTube channel, is incredible, because you see all the ships leaving live from Southampton. It really is a fantastic channel. Jay, hey Jay, how you doing? Going on my first MSC cruise. What do you suggest for someone who's never been on this cruise line before? Okay, that's anybody want to grab that one?
Be happy to. I did when I got back to cruising. I had never been on MSC either, and I kept hearing all these things about MSC. Quite frankly, I kept hearing some negative things about MSC, and I said, time out here, folks. The fat guy's got to go check this out. So it was actually my second, third, fourth, and fifth cruises that I did starting back in January were on MSC ships. I was on MSC Seashore, MSC Divina, and the two cruises on Meraviglia. I absolutely love MSC. The food, yes, if you're an American, food's a little different on MSC, but the service is as good as I've ever had on cruise ships. The steakhouse, and I'm not a big specialty diner, but I adore their steakhouse. Good a steak as I've had on any cruise line, anywhere. I love MSC.
Alison, do you want to? I know you got to disappear soon.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. I was the same. I was the same as you, Chile. I'd never sailed MSC before, and you hear all the negativity, etc. So I did the fjords in May on the Virtuosa, and I can honestly say from start to finish, it was absolutely fabulous. The ship, everything, the crew were fantastic. Couldn't be more helpful. I mean, I don't know where all the negativity comes from, because for me, they were just incredible from start to finish. So yeah, I've become a huge MSC fan, and I would definitely sail on them again. The ship was fabulous, flow of the ship, everything on board, the staff couldn't be more helpful, especially for solos. I mean, we had a large group of solos all on different timings, different tables, different restaurants. They didn't even flinch when we said, can we move this one from that restaurant to this table to that? They were like, yeah, straight away. They put us on tables, and then next night we'll move you so you're all, tables together. And yeah, they couldn't have been more helpful throughout the whole cruise. Absolutely fantastic. So I would say give MSC a go. 100%.
Before you disappear to the station, Alison, have you got any advice for any first-time solo cruisers who haven't cruised before that you would advise from your experience?
Yeah, I'd probably say just do what you do now. Come on, pages like ours. Join if there's a Facebook group for that particular cruise. Get to know your fellow cruisers. Learn a little bit about your ship. Just try and interact with people before you go to ease your kind of, woes or whatever, to make it a little bit more of an experience that you're not going to be on your own, and get to know people before you go. It does make a huge difference if you can do that, and you just feel that you're not alone to begin with.
What was your first solo cruise, Alison?
I was on the Epic.
Well, the Epic with me, yeah.
Transatlantic.
That's scary with me, wasn't it?
Barcelona to Port Canaveral.
Scare her away, Pete.
Yeah.
Proud
of the deep end. That was an incredible cruise.
That was an incredible cruise. 13 nights. There was like 300 plus solos on board. That was incredible cruise. Wow. We had a whale of a time, and yeah, I didn't want to get off. It was fantastic. So
we're talking about it.
Hopefully going to be on the Epic again in couple of months' time. Fingers crossed. But
you're trying to organise an escorted group cruise, aren't you? Tell us about that quickly.
Yeah, I'm hoping to do the Epic sailing from Israel to Rome. It's 11 nights. It does 2 nights in Israel, Cyprus, Turkey, Greek islands, Athens, Naples, Florence, ends up in Rome. So that's in November on the Epic. That looks a fabulous itinerary. So fingers crossed, I get that booked hopefully in the next month to 6 weeks. And hopefully we can get a nice big group of us going.
Keep an eye on the wall, gang. Yeah, keep an eye on the wall. Alison and Alison's page. Yeah, Cruising with Alison. Join, just like her page, and you can check that out. Yeah.
I'm also doing meetups in Glasgow as well. We've had 2 now. So we had one last week. We had 11 going. So I'm getting a lot of messages from people saying I want to come to the next one. So watch out for that as well. Hopefully in the next month to 6 weeks, we'll have another meetup in Glasgow. All right, thanks, guys, I'm going to go now. So great to see you all. And
thanks, Alison.
Catch up with you soon.
Appreciate that.
Happy
to leave us.
Bye.
Bye, Alison.
Bye.
What's going to happen? We're doing this the first Sunday of every month, basically, and whoever's around, some people will be on ships, some people won't. So next, I'm going to go in order and left to right, basically. So Justin, Mr. Bucket List, have you cruised MSC yet?
I have, and I just like Chile, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was actually my first cruise after the shutdown ended that I got on, and the ships just blew me away. I mean, just walking on that ship and just seeing that diamond staircase that they're known for. Beautiful. Again, the service is just, at the time, it was about 700 of us. It was very empty, and they took it to their advantage as far as the customer service. It was impeccable. I would definitely, I didn't want to, I was trying to surprise my my YouTube channel, but I'm thinking about doing a surprise cruise either this week or next week with MSC in the yacht club. So it depends. I'm flying to Colorado to do some theme park stuff, but if I get back on time, I'm trying to do that on the yacht club. And like a lot of people know, MSC is pretty cheap. So not only do they have great service and good ships, but they're cheap. They don't have a solo supplements. It is honestly for solo cruisers. If you're not spoiled with other lines, like I guess like Celebrity, like higher lines like that, I would definitely recommend trying out MSC just to see if you like solo cruising and go from there, because they're pretty much all around a really good choice.
It makes a big difference to all of you solo guys out there in getting in these groups like Alison suggested and meeting some of us. I'm saying us collectively, not just Cruises for Solos, but on the Facebook groups for your individual cruise.
Mm-hmm.
So that when you get on board, you could do things like I did when I went to Alaska. I found this guy called Mr. Bucket List, and I said, "Hey, dude, you got to buy me a drink." And he did.
And you survived that cruise with Chile. Well done, Justin. That's amazing. Fraser, have you cruised MSC yet?
Yeah, so I've been with MSC a few times now and had really, really different experiences with them. So my first time was on Orchestra, which is a pretty old ship. And I did a 3-night cruise in the Med on her. And to be honest, didn't have the best experience as a solo. And I didn't find many English speakers on it. But I think at that point in time, the cruise line was very, very attractive to the Italian market. And to be fair, that's my own fault for not speaking Italian. So, yep, I have to pick that one up for future. But hey, then COVID hit and we obviously couldn't go on any. And the first ship that relaunched cruise into the UK market was Virtuosa. So I managed to get on one of the maiden voyages on her. For anyone that's not familiar, they changed it from 1 maiden voyage to 4 because they obviously couldn't operate the ship at full capacity. So I was on the final maiden voyage, which always feels a little bit strange to say. And then I was also on a few weeks ago. So I actually got off of Virtuosa the same day that Alison got on for her Norwegian Fjords cruise. And it was very strange because I was standing, anyone that's been to Southampton knows the car park with the ice cream van. I was standing there taking pictures of the ship leave as Alison was standing at the bar at the back. So yeah, very annoying to have missed her by a day, but I really do enjoy MSC, but I also do appreciate why some people maybe struggle with it at times. And the big bit of advice that I would give with MSC, it's exactly the same piece of advice that I would give with a cruise line like Virgin, where they're maybe not the most typical cruise line if you're very used to the American market and the American lines. So if you sail mostly with Norwegian or mostly with Royal Caribbean, you will get on an MSC ship and you will think, this is a little bit different. But different, it can be exactly what you make of it. It can either be great or actually you can be totally turned off to it, and it's all up here, is what I believe. I really do think the ships are absolutely beautiful. The crew cannot do enough for you. And if anyone, Jay, I know you're saying that you've booked, but if anyone's here that's thinking about booking MSC but isn't sure because you've heard a few rough reviews, I would genuinely say go for it. At the moment, the pricing is at a point where you might as well give it a go. If you love it, then great. You'll see all of us on a ship at some point. And if you don't, then hey, it's been worth a shot.
I just got
you haven't wasted a lot of money.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Great advice, gang. Just go through a few questions very quickly. Daniel, as Chili says, I don't know what I'm doing really well. And by the way, I'm the idiot that I was on the Virtuosa's maiden voyage. I was the idiot going up the escalators who went, "All right, chaps," to these 3 guys coming down. Turns out to be the CEO of MSC, the captain, and the head butler. And there's me going, "All right, chaps." Yeah, typical. You know, Chris. Hi, Chris, my friend. I met Chris on the Magnifico. We had a wonderful friend. We had an amazing cruise. Chris, hope you're well, mate. It's good to see you cruising. It really is. And I really hope to see you soon. Katie says, hello to Jay. Laurie, hi, I'm from Florida. Hey, Justin, watch out. You're surrounded from South Florida. Is that the posh part? Just joined some more channels. Well done. Thank you, Laurie. There's some great info out there if you join everyone's channels, yeah? And my first MSC will be on the seashore in September at Miami. Anyone been on the seashore?
I haven't yet. I would love to see it.
Chili?
Yeah.
You've been on the seashore?
I got to time out. Yeah, I've been on the seashore and I just hit 3,000 subscribers. Sweet.
Oh, congrats.
You know what? Yeah. That is amazing because Chili's channel, he does an amazing show. He works so hard and, really deserves people to watch it, really, because you give such great advice and you learn so much. Jennifer says absolutely, by the way, but not about that. But sorry, Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. You know, Katie hasn't been on MSC yet, so then you've got to give them a go. Daniel, hit the button, please, shipmates. Yeah, hit the like button. That's what he says.
Yeah.
And Michael, the wonderful cocktail maker, Michael, and I'll be speaking to you soon, Mike. By the way, I've got some news for you. Michael Sweetman, he's on the Virtuosa, basically, not the Virtuosa, in October, and he would love to know about deck 14, as some people say it's not a good deck to be on. I don't know. I don't know. I've been on it, but I thought every deck's good to be on, to be honest with you, Michael. So I have no idea about that one. Anyone suggestions on that game?
Yeah, I was trying to rack my brain there, and the only thing I can think, but it might be wrong, is deck 14 directly under the pool deck, maybe? It's literally the only thing I can think of. I can't think of any other reason, but I want to say the pool deck was a little bit higher on Virtuosa.
Yeah.
Michael, maybe what have you heard? We'd love to know.
Yeah, let us know, Mike. Let us know, Mike, what you've heard. Yeah. Katie says, I've joined a Facebook group for my next cruise in November. Yeah, if you haven't cruised solo before, or you are cruising solo anyway, look up the actual on Facebook. There are groups out there for specific cruises, and cruise critics do the same thing. Yeah. And it really helps to get to meet people beforehand. I'll talk about Virgin Voyages at some point, because I should have done that. Yeah. And Jay, going to London and Southampton first time. Southampton's half a day away, and half a day, and so it says first time London, half a day, and then Southampton a full day. What do you suggest you must do over there? Hope the weather's good in September. Well, British weather, we're having a heat wave. We got no idea what it's going to be like. Basically, dress to be really hot and to get soaked, and for it to snow all the same day is one good advice, Jay. That's what normally tends to happen, isn't it, gang? Yeah. Southampton, well, pop in and see Her Majesty. Send us our love. You know. I'm hope she might be watching now. So Her Majesty, if you're watching now, apparently she's a regular viewer. You know.
Yeah,
so
I need to come over and have tea with you, Her Majesty.
Yeah, I do have a lot of stories about stuff.
We need to have a little tea. Can I bring some bourbon and place? I'll do the finger thing if you'll let me bring some bourbon.
Southampton is 1.5 hours away by train from London. If you check my YouTube channel out, Cruising Tips Pete, I've got a video about what you can do walking around Southampton, basically from the ship. So Cruising Tips Pete, scroll down there. There is a video in the video section there about what you can do if you walk off the ship, basically. Yeah, and I did Southampton, so that's there. So hopefully that'll be helpful. Just go through the comments again.
Just before you move on from that one, it's going to be really tricky to do London in half a day. I think that the big thing I would say with that is pick a landmark or two that you want to see and just go and check that out, but don't run around crazy trying to see the entire city. You could go to London for 3 weeks and still never see it. I mean, I would say Buckingham Palace, as the guys say, and then head down to the Houses of Parliament that you can see behind Pete right now.
I'm there right now. Yeah, I'm there right now.
Houses of Parliament right now.
Yeah. See, that's where Pete lives, looking back at the tower. So.
Yeah, I'm there. And what I would say, if you start at Buckingham Palace, which is near Victoria, walk towards London that way, you can walk or jump on the London bus. If you're heading towards Trafalgar Square and around that area, Waterloo is only across the river in the South Bank. So you can do the London Eye, and Waterloo's down the road if you're going to go straight to Southampton from there. Laurie, I want to cruise the British Isles in 2023. Is there a best month to go? June, August, or September? Fraser, what do you reckon?
I mean, the thing that always surprises me now, I actually had never cruised on a ship out of a British port until the COVID restart. And to be honest, the reason why I started was because I was a little bit scared to get on a plane. And the big thing that I've realised, if you go to Southampton and you leave in May or June or July, it can be beautiful, 21, 22 degrees with sunshine, or it can be absolutely howling to the point where you don't want to go outside. If you're looking at June, July, and August, they're typically the safest months for weather. There's some beautiful routes, actually, and if you go north around Scotland as well, obviously I'm going to sell that to you. But if you go up around Scotland, you'll get some gorgeous scenery at that time of year as the ship is sailing around. But yeah, I think if you're looking for as calm as it's going to be, then June, July, August is probably the safest bet for the UK.
There we go. You never know in the UK, honestly, you can never tell. Margot met up. Alison did a meeting in Glasgow with some of the members from Cruises for Solos, and she met Margot. Alison just popped to pick somebody up from the station, Margot.
I'm gonna have to get Alison back over here on one of my shows to talk about these meetups she's doing. I think that's an awesome idea.
That is. That's cool.
It is, so it's a wonderful thing. So Margot was there. I saw the photographs. They looked like you had a wonderful time, Margot. That's fantastic. Daniel, Southampton Boat Show happens in the Mayflower Park in September. So it's busy then, but that's a great, if you're cruising, remember, if you're cruising in September, and you get your hotel early because that's going on as well, and go down the day before or 2 days before, and the boat show. That's really great advice. I just missed the boat show by a couple of days, Daniel, can you believe? Which is typical. So that's great advice if you're cruising from Southampton. And Jay says that's it, going in the middle of the day, had to book a hotel early. Okay, gotcha. And that's where, Fraser, you mean Mayflower Park?
Mayflower Park, that's exactly what I meant. I know that is the car park with the ice cream van, more formally known as Mayflower.
Have you got a note, guys? Now, do you have a note? Yeah. How can you turn up late? You missed Alison. Alison's gone, and Lizzie's at a party. Yeah. The boys, the cruise monkeys. Yeah. If you haven't
won't say anything about adult beverages.
No,
we
don't
won't mention adult beverages that might have something to do with the monkeys being a little late. Just a little.
Do you know what? Yeah, and if you want lots of fun, the Cruise Monkeys, they have a Facebook group now, which is great. They've got a wonderful YouTube channel, and honestly, just watching their videos is just marvelous.
And by the way, guys, cheers.
Cheers to. I went drinking with the Cruise Monkeys, right? Oh my God. 3 o'clock in the morning, we decided to do a video. Not a great idea when you're drinking with the Cruise Monkeys, is it? And I still haven't got over it, guys. But check out all their channels. Honestly, they're fantastic. They really are.
Where can we find that video that you did at 3 a.m.? Is it on there?
Oh, God. It's disappeared into the loads of videos that Jay made. That's what the Cruise Monkeys made. Yeah. Hey, Jay. How you doing, my friend? Yeah. So he says hi to the Cruise Monkeys as well. This is the date of the boat show in Southampton, the 16th to the 25th of September. Whoever's going on, it's really worth the visit. Can you have their autographs, the Cruise Monkeys? A signed monkey. Can we have a signed monkey, please? If you give us a signed monkey, we'll put it here, won't we, guys? Yeah. So that'd be wonderful. From Norway, Brenda, how you doing from Norway?
Greetings,
wonderful
Brenda.
Part of the world. Anyone cruise to Norway?
Not yet.
Fraser?
Yeah, I went to Norway. When was it? July this year. Absolutely beautiful. If anyone's not been, you absolutely have to. I'd never seen scenery like it from a cruise ship. When you're standing by the pool deck and you've just got mountains on either side of the ship, it's just remarkable. Amazing.
I've just been watching the Cruise Monkeys. They've been putting up stuff from their latest trip to the fjords, and that's been
So they were in the fjords.
Just fascinating to me.
Did they get off the ship? Did they get off the ship, or were they at the bar?
Oh no, they both. But I mean, there are bars in Norway too, Pete.
Yeah,
I hate to tell you that.
Yeah, a few more pennies though, aren't they? Lorna, hi from Bonnie, Scotland. Hi, Lorna. You've missed Alison. Alison is from Glasgow, and Fraser is from Scotland.
Yeah, I'm also from Glasgow, but now have snuck south of the border. But hey,
the way to go. Nikki says the way to go. Yeah.
Thank you.
Again, Facebook user, hi Pete. I can see you guys. I don't. Please let us know who you are, because there is a few little dots at the top of the Facebook. If you're on the Facebook, and if you click on that, it says "Let StreamYard use who you are." Then we can see who you are. Jay says, Nikki's got it. Hingleton, hello. It's been a while. I say hi to Roger as well. Mike, we've got some information here. Mike had a great time on deck 14 balcony. That is wonderful. A great time.
Good.
So hopefully that's going to ease.
Oh, there's cabins on deck 14.
Well,
On
I
deck
hope so.
14
Otherwise,
balcony.
where's Mike
So
going to
there's
stay?
cabins on deck. Well, a lot of the deck 14s that I've been on are like the pool deck, and I wasn't thinking in terms of cabins. That would, boy, whoa, that was about 6 feet over my head.
So, Chili, you think that Michael was going to be basically on a sunbed, yeah? You didn't have a cabin?
Well, I don't know. If he knows you, Pete, he's liable to be, he
It's
spend the
bad
whole
at the moment.
cruise
I'm
on
not-
a
again, I wish
sunbed.
I knew who please say who you are. Michael Sweetman, I've been told it's a noisy deck, but I think it's not under the pool deck. So now you know, Michael. Mike has had a wonderful time there in the balcony. Jay's come back with
on that ship as well. The ship's like brand new. I would say if it's an older ship, you might want to think about noise, but on that one, definitely not.
Mike has given me some advice for the Queen.
I
like it.
Good old Mike. There we know. Sorry, Jay was asking what to do in London for half a day and Southampton for a full day. So as the advice was Fraser, London, basically, I would, if you go to Buckingham Palace and you Trafalgar Square, it is a great place to go to. Go and see Big Ben. You can walk to all these places. Yeah, you got Regent Street, Oxford Street, and you've got the London Eye, the South Bank. They're good things to do in London. And Southampton for a full day. Again, there's so much history there to see in Southampton. There's so much history to walk around in Southampton, and you don't realise it. You can just walk around and see that history. Daniel,
the great. Well, let me clarify one question there. The great things to do in London, I don't remember being able to do more than 1.5 days, maybe 2.5 days.
Take the
you
bus.
can't do 4 or 5 things in a half day.
Jump on a tour bus and have a look round. Chris.
Oh well, now if you were on like a hop on, hop off bus tour, yeah, now that maybe. I was just thinking when I have been there in the past, which has been, I mean, that was before Columbus sailed. I mean, that's been a few years ago when I was in London last.
Chris says, Pete, it seemed, remember you did a great video on Southampton. Where can I find it? It's on YouTube. Nobody can find my videos. Go to YouTube, click on videos, scroll down, or the playlist about things. You'll find it there, Chris, basically. Facebook user Claire. Hi, Claire. Do you recommend for first-time cruisers booking their tours direct with a ship? Justin, do you want to come in on that one?
I absolutely do. Whew.
Go for it.
Yes. I've almost gotten left twice now just because my tour operator is not caring much about the time. So, I mean, if you don't want that scary, especially on your first time cruising, absolutely. I will tell you that even if you do a third party, Royal Caribbean or whatever cruise line you're going with, they use the same vendors. It's just a different way of how they do it. So, I mean, it's going to be a little bit more expensive. I'll be honest, maybe $10 to $20 more expensive, but definitely for your first timer, please do it through the cruise ship. And then once you get used to the flow of things like that, think about maybe looking outside of it. I will tell you, if you do outside, like if you do your own third party, there's a lot more available. And so just kind of keep that in mind, but I wouldn't risk it for your first cruise.
If you should be mobility challenged like I am, I have to be on a scooter. You also want to be very careful on any excursions that they are wheelchair / scooter accessible, because most are not. So most excursions we get left out of, which is why a lot of my ports, I get off the boat and ride my scooter in and find a local bar / restaurant and have an adult beverage or two and maybe a little lunch and meet some of the local folks. And that's fine for me, because a lot of the excursions I can't get on because of the scooter and they're not wheelchair accessible.
That's really good. Fraser, you get off the ship regularly, don't you?
Yeah, so I always get off the ship. I'm not one of these people who kind of lies by the pool on a port day. Definitely not. But the advice, I'm saying nothing. But the advice that I would always give on this one is think about where you are and think about how much you want to do the excursion. So I really, really wanted to do I can't remember the name of it, the White Pass Railway, I think it is, in Skagway,
Skagway.
about 4 weeks ago. But to be honest, was maybe 2 tight to pay the amount that the cruise line was asking. So I thought, oh, it's
Right.
fine. I'll just wait. The train looks massive. I'll get off and buy a ticket at the port. Unfortunately, the train was fully booked because I didn't realize there would be 4 other ships in the port that day. So if you've got something that you're going to a port that you think I really, really, really want to see that, I would always say, look, book through the cruise line and then it guarantees you a ticket. But I mean, depending on if you're just rocking up to the port and you want to see what's on once you get off the ship and save a bit of cash, to be honest, usually just book excursions when I get there.
Great. Thanks, Dom. Dom, hi, Dom. I'm with Dom, but I met Dom again on Magnifica, and actually his first solo cruise on the Anthem of the Seas was your first solo cruise, wasn't it? And you've got hooked on it because you bumped into us as part of a group, a wonderful gang, and because you're by yourself. And again, when you're by yourself on a cruise ship, it can be a little bit daunting. And Dom hadn't met anybody and was not too sure how it was going. And then he bumped into us and a little gang that we all met at the solo meeting, which we'll talk about in a minute. And because of that, he then become part of our little group and then went on excursions with us. We went to Liverpool and to Belfast. I remember Dom ended up going around Belfast with a Hindu. Could you believe? He was the only guy with all these lovely ladies, and he's hooked on cruising. And I'm going to be with him on the World Europa in January, so I can't wait.
Nice.
So, but I know again, Dom wasn't having the best time because he hadn't really met anybody, so he wasn't too sure whether solo cruising was for him. But once he become part of a group and met fellow solos, hooked for life. And I'm so glad you are, Dom. I really am. You know, Jay, movie company, kind of. I won't go into that too much, but yeah, I'm still around, Jay, doing stuff. Laurie B, yes, cruise out of Southampton. Thanks for the info. Excellent, fantastic. It's my favourite place to cruise from, to be honest with you, Laurie. It really is. Margot did the first MSC in the Magnifica, but didn't meet up with me. You had a result, didn't you, on that one, Margot? Hi, Margot. You were on the ship with us, weren't you? And the rest of the gang. But yeah. Margot's going to be going with us on the World Europa. Margot was on the Magnifica. Didn't meet up with our gang as such because they did a solo meeting on it, and the solo meeting was like on our last day. Could you believe how crazy was that?
Margot, it was probably a benefit.
Yeah,
it really
but
was.
Yeah, but I'm going to meet. But we will be with Margot on this amazing World Europa. The World Europa looks amazing, by the way.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
They got a secret bar on there. You've got to find
Camille.
a secret bar on the World Europa. We're getting some lovely questions here, so I'm flying through them, guys. Hi, guys. I have a question. What cruise line do you like best for what they offer for solo cruises? I'm an NS Norwegian Cruise Line fan myself. I'll go start from the bottom. Justin, who would you recommend? I'll go to Fraser to Chile.
Definitely NCL, especially if it's your first time solo cruising. NCL. That's what got me hooked. I did 2 back-to-back NCL cruises, solo, Epic, and the Breakaway, and ever since then, I love them.
Why NCL?
So from my experience, I'm not sure if they're still doing it because I haven't been on it since the pandemic, but just the way they treat solos like VIP. So I mean, you get your own cruise director. They have solo studio rooms. They have the solos program, and it's all included. You don't have to pay extra for it. I mean, we also had our own bartender and stuff that got to know our name, giving us free drinks. I mean, we even had our own little section in the actual theater for the shows. We had our own dining section. I mean, everything you want to do, it literally feels like you're kind of going on board to make new friends, meet new people. And then those experiences kind of transfer everywhere you go. So,
I'm with you on that. For me, NCL is amazing. They got the solo studios, they got the solo lounge and on the big ships, and it makes such a difference with solo meetings every evening around about sort of 5 or 6. You can eat together, you can drink together, which is great. Fraser.
Yeah, I think Norwegian was also my first solo cruise. So I was on Escape during her maiden year, I guess we would call it. And I absolutely adored the solo concept. I think I've just got off of Princess. So I was on Discovery Princess a few weeks ago, and those guys have really upped the game from a solo perspective. And the really nice thing that they were doing, actually, they were encouraging. So quite often when you book a cruise as a solo, you assume that everyone else that you're going to meet on that ship will be traveling alone. But actually, it was a very different vibe on Princess. So at the solo traveler meetup, there was probably there was like 50 of us on the first night, but there was probably only about 20 who actually were traveling alone. The rest of them were like the children of people who were on the cruise, so like the mum, dad, and the daughter or the son. And the son or daughter would come to the solo traveler meetup. So it brought a completely different dynamic. And Princess organised events every single day, like nothing fancy. It was a coffee or it was a lunch. But they really, really encouraged you to meet up, which I have all the time in the world for. But if you want a really structured kind of everyone is in the one place sort of situation, then I think the Norwegian mega ships are definitely.
Those meetups make such a difference. Chile.
That's a very difficult question for me. My first solo cruise was Norwegian. But now I have to look at cruises as to what they are for solos and what they are for handicapped / mobility challenged. That promotes, and probably an equal basis, MSC and Royal Caribbean, who both do some, like MSC is really a good bargain if you want to save some money. Royal Caribbean has given partial, so you're not paying 100% solo supplement, so you're getting a little bit of break on money.
Mm-hmm.
Both have solo get-togethers and meetups. Unfortunately, because of my health issues and the fact that I researched what you guys are doing in Europe, starting at 4 a.m., I go to bed early, and both those lines tend to have the solo meetups at 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and half the time I've already hit the pillow.
Yeah,
but
good point.
I would have to put both of them a half step above Norwegian for me.
That's really interesting to know. I'm going to fly through a few of these questions, by the way.
I was just going to say, I just scrolled down the comments, and there are so many more than the tab I was on a second ago.
Yeah, so I'm going to fly down them because we're flying through this, but this is wonderful. So let's go through quickly. Mr. Whippy, love it, yeah, love it. Really, do we believe you? No, we don't. Yeah. Cheers to the cruise monkeys. Yeah, okay. Right, Jay. Iceland, going to Iceland first time in September. Amazing. Oh, by the way, I will just say this very quickly, by the way, yeah. I'm going to Iceland. Breaking news. I'm on the first cruise on the Prima. I'm going to be going to Iceland to Portland in about less than 3 weeks' time. So I'll be on the Prima. I can't believe it, yeah. And first time in Iceland, but I'm flying on the day. Can't get any other flights, can you believe? Norway is stunning. Hey, the wonderful Emma Cruises. Hi, Emma.
Hello.
Please check Emma Cruises. Emma, she was an inspiration for me when I first started doing solo cruise blogging and things like that. And Emma's got this wonderful, check out again, her YouTube channel is amazing. She's a legend, isn't she, in the industry?
Oh,
I've cruised with Emma. I'm so proud to have cruised with Emma as well. She's got her wonderful group. And she used to be called Cruising Isn't Just for Old People. And I still joined.
And they accepted me.
Yeah. But Emma is, honestly, check out Emma is just wonderful. She's so helpful. There's great advice, again, for everybody in the cruising world. There's so many videos out there. Again, Jay as well. It's got loads of great videos as well, Jay. Emma, hey, we've got some wonderful people here. Tips for travelers coming next. Excellent. Jay will share that on our Cruises for Solos channel here, so make sure you check that out and subscribe. Dom says the fields were amazing. I loved your photos, Dom. It looks incredible. Norway seems popular with the cruise ships. I really want to go there. Emma, she paid £12 a pint. Did you really pay? Emma, yeah, of course she did. Yeah.
Emma doesn't drink a whole lot, folks. I can tell you that.
No, Emma's not worried about how much it is for a pint. She's worried about how much it is for a cookie. Yeah, a cookie. That's what Emma's worried about, isn't it, Emma? Yeah. Bonnie Scotland. Yes. Hey Fraser. We got Fraser and Bonnie Scotland.
There's one person here that'll understand what I'm saying tonight. So Margot, that's great. I'm talking for you.
The person I'm most jealous about, by the way, is Justin, because he's in Florida. What a great place to live to cruise, yeah. Mike, yes, yes. No, not under the pool deck. So, Michael, you're not under the pool deck. The Cruise Monkeys, again, they've got great videos. See, the city in Southampton is nice, and it has a Titanic exhibition.
That's a really good shout. The Titanic exhibition is great in Southampton, actually.
Go there. There's a Titanic pub, by the way. I went for a drink in the Titanic pub before I went on the cruise going across the Atlantic. It was never a good idea, is it? I have a question. What cruise line do you like best for solo cruises? Offers on board.
We did that.
We did that, did we? No, solo cruises on board. A lot of them, like Norwegian Cruise Line, you can buy cruise neck certificates, and basically, if you buy one for £190, you can use it as a deposit, but you can get two basically for that price. It's worth doing it. Sonny, hey, Sonny Travels is here. How's it going, Sonny? Well, again, I've met Sonny on a few cruises. Hey, the Cruise Monkeys. Everyone's saying hi, Sonny. I saw Sonny on Virgin, by the way. He was on the Virgin ship with us, Fraser. Well, I bumped into you at midnight. How unfortunate. Fraser was having a great cruise. On his very last day, he bumped into me. Could you believe that? What a thing to go wrong. Everyone's saying hi to each other. I want to ask the gang all of their best advice in a second. I'm just flying through this. We've got so many here. It's wonderful. We're going to be the first Sunday in every month, by the way. The gang are going to be here. Team Fraser, I agree. Hey, Emma's with you.
Emma,
Team
shall
Fraser.
we on that comment now? How do we leave that one on the screen?
Yeah, we want to leave that, Emma, don't we? Yeah. Hey, hi, the Cruise Monkeys saying hi. So, again, we're sharing. Great. Can't wait to catch the replay coming later. Yep, this is going to be, you can just watch it later as well. It'll be on YouTube. It's on Facebook as well. What's the downside of a solo cruise? There's no downside, is there, gang?
I've never had one. No. I started 25, 26 cruises ago. Loved every one of them. I'd never go with a partner again. I'm totally happy. So,
yeah,
that is the downside.
As long as you get to meet people.
That's the downside, is you get spoiled. Once you do solo traveling, it's so hard to go back. That's the biggest downside for me.
It is. Milgram bought my own ticket on the train. Bought it on the train. That's what she's with you, Fraser. Oh, wow, she's with you. About £7 Royal Caribbean. We're charging £55. So Emma paid €7, and it would have been €55. So if you're brave, if you know to do that, and you've got your timings right, so you don't miss the ship. A friend of mine almost missed the ship, and I had to jump onto it. Could you believe? The bridge had gone up, but they let her jump onto it. Yeah, I know. How crazy is that? On our first solo cruise in November, let us know how it goes. And I'm going to get everyone to give their solo cruising advice in a minute, yeah? So watch out for that.
We're running out of time, Pete. We're down to 3 minutes.
Well, I know we're going to go a few. I'm flicking through. Book January. Wow. Celebrity Beyond. Oh, wow. That's all I can say. I really want to go with Celebrity. Hey, Justin, cruising. Are you going on the Prima crossing? No, I'm on Iceland to Denmark, but I'm getting off in Portland. It's the first cruise. Katy Perry's on it as well. She's going to be singing on it. It's going to be the inaugural cruise. Could you believe? Serenade of the Seas in November. I'm flying through. Sorry, everybody. Flying through.
Are we going to get kicked off on the hour, or do we have 5?
No, we can carry on.
Go over. It's just we try not to, because when we tell people we're on for an hour, we don't want to.
This is where we just run on for the next 4.5 hours.
Yeah. So glad we bumped into you, Dominic.
We're not so glad. Do that.
So you fly to London on Iceland, Air Iceland, I hope they're a good airline. I'm sure they are. Darren, Christian, it's more expensive. We're going to have some great news next week, Darren. So watch out for Cruises for Solos page, the group. Yeah, I'm going to be announcing some amazing things next week. I wish I could say today, I can't do. Sunny Travels. NCL are still the best for solo activities. The cruise director can be variable. Yes, it all depends on the cruise director.
That's right.
Brenda agrees about the epic solo concept's fantastic. Philip, I did my first cruise on Queen Elizabeth. Wow.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, wow.
How good is that? Wow. The MSC ships are beautiful. The smaller ones are stunning, by the way, Philip. I've got to say that. Camille, thanks, guys. I'm trying Royal Caribbean. Love Royal Caribbean. Yeah, and they did do a meetup. The first was hosted, but the rest weren't. Emma, I love you guys having this convo. there isn't enough info about solo cruising out there. Emma, feel free to share the YouTube if you can, if you are able to do that. But yeah, we try, Emma. We try to these gang are amazing. Alison was here earlier. She's had to go. Lizzie is at a party, so she's probably had too many already.
Yeah,
you know, but we'll be doing this.
we're going to give her hell. Just
the first Sunday of every month, Emma. And do check out Emma's channel. Honestly, I can't say enough about it. Dom, do your research regarding excursions. Absolutely, and you do your research, Dom, which is so important. It really is. Again, he says cable ride can be 80, 150. Research, isn't it? Facebook user, the choice of solo cruise ship does not depend on the age of the person traveling, what they're looking for, plus the size of the ship they want. Does it? I mean, every age group, basically.
Oh, yeah.
I would, yeah.
Every age. One thing that hasn't been mentioned here that I'd like to mention, one of the strongest points to me in traveling solo is the dinner table. I love to be at a table with 6 or 8 people because you're going to make wonderful friends.
That's right.
If you spend the week eating dinner with them every night. And I just
every time.
To me, that's been terrific.
We will do this next time. We will talk to the gang next time, about that and why we first did it solo. It's a great question. Please ask it again early, and we'll do that next time. Just nice, Justin. Absolutely, Jay. Hey Pete, I'm on the Prima on the crossing. Wow, that's going to be amazing.
Jay, it sounds like you've got some brilliant cruises lined up. I'm very jealous of your diary.
The Prima looks amazing. You know, you guys, Emma, again, overnight. I'm not overnight. I wish I was. She's going to be doing the first one in about 3 weeks from Reykjavik to Denmark, basically.
I got to mention one thing about Emma, Pete.
Go on.
You know, she just got home from a barge. She took a barge down the river, and she stops at a town and gets off the barge and gets on a bicycle and rides it for 35 miles or something and gets off the bicycle and gets back on the barge and goes to the next town and does it all over again.
Amazing.
She gotta be nuts.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah. Lucy's mum. I love it. Yeah. Lucy's mum. Yeah. Lucy's mum. We're going to have some wonderful group cruises next year, which I'm going to be leading, and the gang are going to be leading some. We'll be talking about that in the next weeks, honestly. So keep an eye on that. There's going to be great opportunities to cruise with us. We do have a couple of groups organised already, but we've got lots of news coming about that. So it'd be wonderful to meet Lucy's mum. So, Jay, solo cruising to get away from my parents. Lucy's mum, did you see that? Downside, solo cruising in a single supplement, but we got some great news about that. Emma, hi, Lucy's mum. Yeah, Lucy's mum stealing the show. I love it. Facebook user, my friend Michael Sweetman, the main cocktail man is on the Virtuosa. There's a site called the Virtuosa, October 2022, Jollies. There's over 300 passengers on there, and they're sending a member of staff to meet up with them. Yeah, they're going to send a member of staff to meet up with them, Mike. I'm not going to say anymore. Cruise Monkeys, Down Bird on the Beyond in January. At Down Bird, he's on the Are you with them, the gang? Are you with them? Lucy's mum, we love it. Emma Cruz, how nice to hear from you. You're always too busy because of your popularity. Yeah. And we're so proud to have you here today, Emma, because you are so busy. Can you message me on YouTube when you have a moment? I don't know how to really do that, Jay. Message me or like my page, Cruise and Tips Page. Then we're on Facebook. We can talk. Lucy's mum, Cruise Monkeys evening. Thought you'd gone offline. They'll be having a few drinks after this. I guarantee that. I think I'll be having a few drinks after this. Can you put a funny face, please, so I can put a photo on my Instagram? Okay, gang. Emma, are you ready? Justin.
Yep.
Hey, Justin.
I think you've also kidding on.
Right, all of us on the count of 3. Emma's going to take us. She's going to. We've got to pull a funny face. Yeah. Are you ready, Emma? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, how long do we hold it for? Surely she
Oh my God, that's
if you
scary,
didn't, Emma,
yeah.
too bad.
Thanks, Sarah. I hope you got that. Yeah, yeah. Still here, Lucy's mum. Sunny's travels, wonderful.
And Pete,
I know
we're
you just
well
started
over
doing some
the
blogging,
hour,
Justin,
so
which is wonderful. You're back doing blogging again, Sunny's travels. I'm on that crossing too. Yes, I cycled 150 kilometers in 4 days.
That's mental.
Wow, these questions. Wow. Hey, I'm making a video soon. Yeah, make sure you share it. Sunny Travels, can't get a Facebook group. Dom says, I'd love to look at the barge. Talk to Emma. Dom, Emma about the barge. Admin doesn't accept my requests. Sunny Travels, the admin doesn't accept my requests. We do. I do. We don't get rid of Jay. Then at Sunny Travels. Oh, it must be someone else. Sorry, not us. I'll be on the Prima. Look, Laurie, you are in for a treat. That ship looks amazing. It's got go-karts apparently, or bumper cars, something like that. Go-karts. I can't wait. We're almost through there. Hosting a walking tour and rating of it. That's wow.
no, you're not, Pete. There's 30, 40 more.
No way. No,
You're never gonna
I'm
make
not.
it.
There's not 30, 40 more. I'm almost done there. Almost done. Then gang, perfect, says Emma. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh dear, guys, we're in for trouble. We're in for trouble. And the last comment is Lucy's mum. It had to be Lucy's mum. Did you mean group cruise? I think if I can make it, there's going to be lots of group cruises, Lucy's mum. So keep an eye on what we're going to come up with. Yeah, lots of group cruises. We're going to do this the first Sunday of every month. Alison will be here with us hopefully next time, which would be great. Gang, Lizzie will be here with us. She's at a party, so she's going to be with. Can you just quickly finish off by telling everyone your best solo cruising advice? If you're going to cruise solo for the first time, what would that advice be? I'll start from the bottom right. Fraser, what would your most important thing be if you were going to cruise? Best advice for solo cruising for first time.
Cool. I was worried you were going to land on me because I couldn't think what to say. My main bit of advice, if you're looking to cruise solo, is to just do it. I get so many messages from people who are really nervous about trying it. And my first cruise, I was absolutely terrified. So I went on that as a 27-year-old and thought, oh, this is going to maybe be just a very awkward week. And I thought I would meet no one and actually have a terrible time when I got to Miami. But honestly, from the minute I got on that ship, I just fell in love with it. So honestly, just do it and get involved with things when you get on the ship. But maybe we can cover that more in the next video because
we will do. We will cover it. We got notes. We'll cover that. Justin, Mr. Bucket List, what would your best advice be?
So, like Fraser, I would just say, just do it. I'm similar to his age. I was around 25 on my first solo cruise, and if you want freedom, you're never gonna have that type of freedom like you have on your first solo cruise. It's gonna be mind blowing. I mean, you're doing what you want. You're meeting so many people. Just be open. Just go there to enjoy. I mean, you're on vacation, so don't think of it as like you're being tortured. Think about, hey, this is my vacation where I can actually do what I want to do on my own schedule. Once you have that mentality, you'll get hooked. I promise.
Fantastic, Chili.
That was the most important thing for me. After I don't know how 35 or close to 40 years that I was taking care of somebody on a cruise, doing what they wanted to do, being the good husband, the good boyfriend, the good whatever. And I never did what I wanted to do. You travel solo, the whole world's in front of you. And I love it.
Right.
I'm more relaxed and meet more people and have more fun than I ever did with a partner. So, yeah,
that's right.
I mean, for me, the biggest advice I would be, if there's a solo meeting, go to it.
Yeah.
Just go to the solo meeting and then go the next day and then go the next day. Because sometimes you meet people on day one and day two. As far as Norwegians are concerned, that was on Royal Caribbean. You know, that's wonderful people I met on there. This, again, more wonderful people we met. And on the Epic, it's an example.
Oh, wow.
That was on the Norwegian Epic. That's the gang. And the transatlantics, a transatlantic's a great cruise. There's lots of solos on the transatlantic. This is the solo meetups, on the transatlantic. So just go to the solo meeting. Right. All I would say, solo cruises, 2023 is going to be our year. we're going to have an opportunity to have some amazing cruises at a great. We've been fighting forever to get a fair deal for solo cruises. We're not fighting anymore. We now know we're going to get great deals. Yeah. So 2023, honestly, is going to be our year. I want to say thank you to everybody watching, all your questions. I can't tell you how much we appreciate it. Please check out the gang's channels. Guys, please put links in order everywhere to your channels. Yeah, there's amazing information there. Thanks to everybody watching. We will be back the first Sunday next month in September, isn't it? Yeah, because we're in August now. Yeah, and hopefully we'll ask some more questions. Chile, Mr. Bucket List, Justin, Fraser, the Solo Traveller,
Underscore UK.
Underscore UK. I never get that right. Underscore UK. Thank you so much. Please ask us any other questions in comments. We will try to answer them. Yeah. But, if you are going to cruise solo, I would say do it. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. And we will see you in 4 weeks' time. Please stay in the studio, please, gang, before you go. Yeah, bye.